Hello, everyone. Sorry for last episode ending kind of abruptly and kind of on a cliffhanger, but the moment I clicked the button, I realized that I didn't want to do it, so I went back, and now I'm here again because, well, this fight in this episode deserves its own slot, its own section. It deserves to stand on its own, as this is probably the most important story beat in the entire game. This is the most important fight. And because of that, I want it to have its own light to shine, and also just want to take a sec to recognize the series itself, how we have just passed 50 episodes with the last one. It's insane when I think about it, because it seems like it started just not so long ago, but we've really come a long way, and I really appreciate all you lovely people, all the amazing support that the series has been getting, and I'm so happy that today is the day that I can show you this mission, because, not gonna lie, the entire game has been kind of building up to this, and you're gonna see why. So, it is my pleasure to introduce and send this invitation.
보라 눈물. 당신이 알려준 대로 했어. 이제 남은 건 내 방식대로 결판을 짓는 것뿐이겠지.
환영합니다.
보라 눈물 말대로 넌 거의 인간에 가까워졌군. 더불어 도서관이 널 보호하는 힘 또한 약해졌어.
무슨 짓이지?
기계가 아닌 인간의 몸이라면 더욱 조심해. 하지만 목을 베었다 해도 넌 아직 죽을 수 없는 것 같군.
그 말대로야. 무슨 짓인가 싶었는데.
죽일 수 없다 해도 가능한 것들은 많지만. 너를 위해 구한 T사 특이점을 사용한 공방의 암살 장치다. 역시 힘이 있어도 세상 물정 모르는 놈이군. 의심조차 하지 않고 상대와 거리낌 없이 악수 따위나 하니 그런 꼴을 당하는 거야. 우선 상대를 마비시키고 이
버튼을 누르면 단 1초만 작동하는 일회용 장치지만 효과는 확실하지. 이 장치는 인간의 뇌에 부하를 걸어 정신만 1000년을 흐르게 하고 결국 일반적인 사람의 뇌와 정신은 무너져 워프열차 같지. 올리비에 하나협회에 들어갔으면서 이런 사치스럽고 위험한 걸 사용하다니. 전 재산이라도 부었어? 그리고 혀가 너무 길었다고.
오랜만이군. 롤랑. 네가 언제 나오나 했다. 역시 이 인간 흉내내는 괴물을 지키고 있었나?
아하, 괴물이라니. 엄연한 내 상사이자 친구라고. 엔젤라, 이 친구는 나 혼자 상대할 테니 잠시 물러나줘.
고마워. 내 도움은?
혼자 처리해야 할 일이야. 내가 해결할 일이니까 걱정하지 마.
알았어. 도움이 필요하면 언제든지 말해.
롤랑. 이게 네가 말한 그 잘난 계획이었어? 정말 가치가 있는 일이야? 우리가 그동안 보고 싸운 쓰레기들과 다를 바 없는 일을 넌 이 기계와 함께 도서관에서 버린 거야.
이해해달라고는 안 할게.
받아라. 검은 침묵의 장갑이다. 이제 서로 빚이 없는 걸로 하자.
매번 고마워. 그리운 감각이네. 이걸로 마지막 도움까지 확실히 받았어.
지금 네가 이 지경까지 온다는 내 책임도 있으니까. 네가 사라진 후 얼마나 많은 뒷수습을 했는지 넌 모를 거다. 너나 나나 부모도 이렇다 할 가족도 없으니 사라진 후 걱정할 사람이 없다고 생각했겠지. 그래도 난 찰스 사무소의 다른 놈과 다르게 꽤 걱정했다고. 장황한 말을 내려놓고 사라질 때는 여러 생각이 들더군. 그 말을 한 지 얼마 안 되고 검은 침묵으로 보이는 존재가 미치광이 상태로 도시를 들쑤시고 있다는 소식을 들었지. 온갖 의심스러운 실험을 하는 조직을 무차별적으로 학살하고 있다고. 무엇 하나 가릴 것 없이 말이야. 손가락부터 해결사 사무소까지. 게다가 남부에 있는 중지를 반쯤 박살냈다는 말을 들었을 땐 나도 반신반의했다. 인생의 모든 응어리와 원한을 도시에 토해내는 것 같았어. 만약 그런 거라면 중지뿐만 아니라 더 나아가 그 분노와 광기로 도시 자체를 무너뜨리려나 싶었지.
또 과대 포장하네.
그때 검은 가면 너머의 네 눈을 본 사람은 누구라도 그런 생각을 했을 거야.
걱정해줘서 고마워. 나도 네가 어디서 재수없게 죽나 싶었어. 꽤 예전 일이지만 실제로 내가 그때 연락받고 급히 가지 않았다면 진작에 죽었을 테니까.
그날 짧은 연락만으로 아무 말 없이 와줘서 고마웠다. 뒷일은 미안해.
됐어. 어차피 나도 둥지 이주권을 얻을 수 있을지 모른다는 말에 부랴부랴 갔던 거고.
여러모로 미안하다.
다른 애들은 어떻게 지내? 오지에나 아스톨포 같은 애들 말이야.
날개에 들어가거나 유적을 탐사하거나 알아서 제 살 길을 찾고 있지. 우리도 예전 같지 않아? 너무 멀어졌어.
그렇구나. 둘이 처음으로 도시 양몽 사건을 맡았을 때 기억나? 그 뭐냐 사건 이름이
16구 뒷골목에서 벌인 데미그라스 소스의 비법.
맞아. 거의 다 처리했는데 마지막에 네 팔이 믹서기에 갈릴 뻔했잖아. 그래도 내 처치덕에 의수값은 굳었으니 천만다행이었어. 그 일은 정말 긴장감 넘쳤는데 말이야.
말은 제대로 하자. 네가 소스 맛이 얼마나 대단하길래 이 사단이냐며 국자를 입에 들이대지만 않았어도 됐어.
또 한마디를 안 지려고. 그래도 그때가 제일 재밌었어. 이런저런 일 신경 안 쓰고 눈앞에 있는 것에만 충실했으니까.
그래. 하지만 이제 그때론 돌아갈 수 없어. 롤라, 너도 그 모든 슬픔과 분노를 머금고 이 기계 곁에서 일했으니 많은 걸 각오했겠지.
알아. 서로 너무 멀리 왔지. 그래도 오랜만에 이야기할 수 있어서 좋았어. 올리비에.
난 이제 하나협회 해결사로서 할 일을 할 뿐이야. 동료들의 책을 회수하고 위험 요소를 처리한다. 그건 그거고 이건 이거잖아.
맞아. 그건 그거고 이건 이거니까.
시작한다.
Yeah, just soak that in. So, ever since the start, I've been hiding a key page, trying to keep it secret, just doing everything I can to make sure that this didn't get spoiled. This is the key page that I've been hiding with a black box this entire time, every time I go to my key page menu. And it's very clearly why. Roland, for all intents and purposes at this time, is the Black Silence. Now, while that isn't actually necessarily true, it's a little confusing, and it doesn't get outright confirmed directly, but here's the deal. So, as it turns out, Roland's wife, Angelica, she was the Black Silence. She was. The gloves are not his. They don't belong to him. He wears them, he uses them, he did use them for a time, but as Olivier was pointing out, he went on a crazed, tirade as someone who resembled the Black Silence, because he has the mask and he has the gloves, but they weren't his. Angelica was the Black Silence. However, When the pianist attacked, she, of course, died along with his child. And he then took up her gloves, killed the pianist, and then went on his aggressive, angry tirade across the city, just rampaging to anyone who may have had a part in creating the pianist. That's essentially the gist of it. Olivier used to be an old friend of his back when they were fixers in the lower grades, and now their pasts have pretty much come back to bite them, and now with their purposes sort of at opposed odds, they're going to duel. Now, Olivier, Speed 3, 4 Trigains, we're used to that, 12 Fixers, a new passive. 12 Fixers only belongs to people that were of the original 12, and although this page doesn't have it, it technically should, but as he was talking about, Roland and Olivier were one of the original 12 Fixers of Charles' office, the office that they originally worked at. So, it's a really good passive, as you can see, and then he also has All for Hana, and then as this is a duel, he cannot be immobilized, and we basically both get boosted stats to match each other, as it is a duel. The cards he has with him are Forward March, Brace Up, Confrontation, a new one, Double Edge Recounter, which I'll probably be using as a thumbnail, so you should see it actually at the front there. Augury Kick, Celestial Spear, Unyielding Strike, True Trigram, and then Impugnatio Ultima, or Impugnatio, whichever one. As for me, I have the Black Silences page. Speed 3, Orlando. My deck cannot be replaced. This is my deck now, forever. All of these cards are incredibly good, all have their own purpose, and serve to essentially make you a jack of all trades. So, what do we have? Zelkova, Workshop, draws a card. 0 cost, 4 to 8, 3 to 8. Incredibly strong. Ragna Workshop, 3 3 to 7s, and then it also inflicts bleed. Very nice. Old Boys Workshop, restores 3 light, draws a page, 1 cost, also recovers stagger. Very good. Alice Workshop, or Alice. At the start of a clash, reduces the power of the target's dice by 2, so it makes it easier to win clashes. Mook Workshop, 8 to 15, deals 3 extra damage, and also restores 3 light and draws a page. Atelier Logic, you remember that from the Leeway office and the Full Stop office. Atelier Logic is the name of the manufacturing company that makes the strongest bullets. It's a range page. Durandal. 2 hits. Gain a strength on each hit. This is actually the most important card in the deck, honestly, or second most important to the next card. Pretty much the strategy with this is that every single time you can, you want to play Durandal and try to get 2 hits. The more you keep the strength rolling, the better you will be. The strength is powerful, and you always want to be outrolling your opponent, so this is the highest priority card. Outside of Crystal Atelier, 8 to 11 evade, 2 7 to 11 slash, 1 4 to 8 slash counter dice. Strongest card in his deck. This card is so ridiculously strong when it gets going. Especially if you remember playing it on the third, playing it third. And then you have Wheel Industry, very solid, 14 to 24. Pretty much going to win almost every clash. And on the clash win, it destroys the next dice. So, can handle some really powerful cards. But, with that in mind, with all this out in the open now, let's duel. You can see why I wanted to save this for its own episode now. Alright. So did I get Durandal? Perfect. Okay, that's exactly what I want. So, I like to old boys because it has the block dice on it. And then for this, although it's not going to clash, Durandal should get 2 hits, which means I get +2 power. Like so. Okay. I think for this, Liza's really good, but I think Pulsation is probably what I want to go with because it'll allow me to win more clashes. And, well, Strength is king. So, next thing we want to do is we're going to play... let's go for... Yeah. Let's go Alice here, and then let's go Crystal Atelier here. Now, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you play one of every card in the deck. And yes, that's somewhat RNG because you have to make sure you draw all 9 cards, but over the course of the battle, just trust me, we're going to want to play all 9 and you'll see why. Good. Lowering the dice did help there for sure. Now, there we go. Good hits. Next thing I want is... the speed isn't going to matter too much, honestly, because we're clashing with each other, but I like the randomized cost, because it may allow me to discount my pages by quite a bit. Not in every case, but in some cases, like so. So, I want to Wheel Industry this. That'll win the clash and get rid of the other dice there. And then I'll Mook Workshop this. Bam! As you see, the second dice got deleted. There we go. Next thing, probably want to play a Crystal Atelier on that, for sure. But let's also take advantage of our Atelier logic and get some hits here. So, range page always goes first. Good hits. Counter dice isn't going to work, sadly, but luckily we rolled pretty high on most of that. Here we go. I want to take this because we want to be winning clashes and it only benefits us. Now, 3-cost Durandal hurts. It's the downside of taking that card. Sometimes it doesn't always work out. I want to guard against the Celestial Spear if I can. This can clash with that. No, it won't actually. Never mind. That's a bit of a shame. Let's just do this draw page, and then we'll Durandal here. Even though it costs 3, the 2 strength is so important, I need it. Now if we stagger, it's not the end of the world, it's just gonna hurt bad. This is a tough fight still. Oh my lord, that's bad. Okay. Well, this isn't great. Damn. Okay. Can I beat him in 3 scenes? That's the real question. I feel like I have to do this. I think I have to. Otherwise I'm just gonna lose. Let's do it. Here we go. I have 3 scenes to beat him. Let's do it. Mook Workshop there. Crystal Atelier there. Alice here. Then Ragna. And I think it's also in the spirit of the fight itself, because this is a desperate fight between 2 friends. So let's add some desperation to the mix. There's a stagger. And there we go. With all 9 Black Silence cards played, I can now play Furioso. 20 to 39 destroys all the opponent's dice. Can only be used once all 9 pages have been played. Also inflicts bleed, bind, and fragile. It is my super move, you could say, my ultimate. And you're gonna see it right now. And there we go. Reception for Olivier.
그냥 1급 해결사도 아니고 특색인 검은 침묵이었다니. 잘도 숨겼네.
So they never outright say that he was not the original Black Silence, but it's very heavily implied, and if you look into it, you can see that he's not the original Black Silence. However, at the power level that he's at currently, with all the library stuff going on, and the fact that he's regained a lot of his old skills, and he, of course, he's using the gloves, and he has the mask, though he doesn't use the mask in this game. He is effectively the Black Silence. So I will continue to call him the Black Silence, even though that isn't necessarily 100% correct in lore. He is essentially the Black Silence, which is more than enough for me. Also, I hope you enjoyed. If you do, go back to the first episode of the series. I slide a little tongue-in-cheek reference to this, as I do say. I think what I said was, you know, this here is Roland. He's dressed in all black. He's dressed in all black, and he is not a silent protagonist. So that was my little way of adding a little bit of fun in there. But let's see this play out.
이건 뭐 말할 타이밍을 놓친 거겠지.
그동안 만난 해결사들은 어떻게 너를 알아보지 못한 거야?
한창 해결사로 활동할 땐 철저히 날 가면 뒤에 숨겼거든. 개인 정보가 조금이라도 새면 어떻게든 발목을 잡으니까. 예전에 내 곁을 떠난 할머니의 가르침 중 하나지.
숨기는 게 더 남았다면 적어도 들키지 않는 게 좋을 거야. 누군가에게 배신당하는 건 지긋지긋하거든. 반드시 대가를 치르게 할 거니까. 그래도 이번에는 날 구했으니 넘어갈게. 만약 지금 상태로 또 1000년을 견뎌야 했으면 정말 어떻게 됐을지도 몰라.
할 일을 했을 뿐이지.
친구를 잃었는데 괜찮아?
그건 그거고 이건 이거니까.
So, as you can see, Roland is now locked into the Black Silence key page. While he may use passes from other pages, and even the Black Silence can be attributed to other pages, I believe. Let me double check that real quick. Yes, he can. So he can pass off his key pages, or his passes to someone else. However, for the most part, the Black Silence is the Black Silence. It's pretty much only going to be what Roland uses and what he's going to have forever now. And that's fine, because it's really powerful. From there, though, although we do have a fight after this, as you see, we're not going to do this just yet. This here, my friends, is the end game. I know we're already in the end game, like Star of the City and Puritas Civitatis, that's the end game. This is the climax of the game. It would be a better way to phrase it. So, because of that, I'm gonna leave you here. Black Silence Revelation's out there. Now, I finally no longer have to skirt around it anymore. Key page that's been in my inventory since almost the beginning. Now, finally in my hands. Next 2 episodes, I'll be doing these realizations. And once I have everything fully realized and all the key pages that I want, especially after doing some more general invitations, we will then transition into the proper final climax of the game. Thank you all so much for enjoying the series. Thank you all so much for being here with me on this long trek. And man, am I happy to be seeing this. So happy. Such a great story moment. Recontextualizes everything, and now you finally understand Roland's whole deal. Thank you all so much for watching. Again, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here with me. It really means the world to me that I've got to experience this game all over again with you guys. So, for now, this is me signing off. Please get excited for these next two realizations, especially this one. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.